making a waste-free future happen together. Your partner for change, CalRecycle is advancing world-leading reforms to cut waste and build circular use systems for all materials. Taking on plastic pollution, how California is advancing new industry rules to use less and reuse the rest. Plus, CalRecycle grants helped 23 communities turn old tires into new roads. And Beverage Container Recycling Program funding aims to boost new processing facilities in California. Join California's climate fight and shift to a circular use system economy. CalRecycle's monthly public meeting starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the December 2024 CalRecycle monthly public meeting, where we share important updates and progress as we work together to build a circular use system that cuts waste and reuses all materials and products. Before we begin, here's a safety and language access message.
In the event of a fire alarm, we are required to evacuate. Take your valuables and use the exit signs. Do not use the elevators. If you cannot use the stairs, you will be directed to a protective vestibule inside a stairwell. If relocated, exercise caution while crossing the street. Language shouldn't be a barrier when it comes to protecting our air, water, and land. CalRecycle is simulcasting this meeting in both English and Spanish. Click the public meeting banner at the top of calrecycle.ca.gov for a link to our webcast in English and Spanish. If you're attending this meeting in person in Byron Share Auditorium, we have Spanish interpretation devices available. Let our team on the left-hand side of the dais know if you need one. El idioma no debe de ser una barrera cuando se trata de proteger nuestro aire, nuestra agua y tierra. CalRecycle está transmitiendo simultáneamente esta junta pública en español e inglés. Puede encontrar el enlace en línea en español e inglés en la parte superior de nuestra página web calrecycle.ca.gov. Si asiste a esta junta en persona en el auditorio Byron Share, tenemos dispositivos de traducción al español disponibles. Solo informe a nuestro equipo al lado izquierdo del mostrador de presentación si necesita uno.
To help our live Spanish interpreter during this meeting, we will briefly pause after each item to give interpreters the chance to relay the information. And in response to your request, we've changed our order, not specifically the item order, but the public comment order. We will give you a chance to give live public comments, either in the room or on phone calls throughout the meeting. And we don't want to take any comments for agenda items that haven't happened yet. So if you're calling in on a comment or question on a specific agenda item, we will let you know it's time to call in right before the agenda item. Please do not call in before your agenda item because it gets very confusing with the phone calls. Here is a little bit more on our public comments.
California wants your input on recycling and trash pollution issues. Join CalRecycle's decision-making process by making a live public comment on any of today's monthly public meeting agenda items in person or by phone. Microphones are available for those of you in the room with in-person comments. If you're joining remotely, you can call in with your comment. Just click the public meeting banner at the top of our website, then click the public comments button for step-by-step caller instructions.
So you can now call in if you have comments on the upcoming items, either the director's report or the disaster debris recovery operations, and we will take those comments after we've addressed these topics. Our first agenda item today is the director's report. Director Zoe Heller is here with updates. Good morning, Zoe.
Good morning, Maria, and everybody. Maria and I are sharing a mic this morning, so appreciate your patience in our transitions. Well, this is our last monthly public meeting of 2024, so I'm not going to do a long speech of all the amazing things that have happened this past year, but I am going to acknowledge the incredible work that we've all done collectively to really move California towards using less and recycling more. A lot of new initiatives we've been implementing this year, a lot of new grant programs, but also implementation of our existing programs, and we're seeing progress, and that's really exciting. Want to acknowledge all of you that attend our monthly public meetings, our other workshops, engage with CalRecycle, engage with your local communities, and are really on the ground making a difference. And then also, of course, a big thank you to the CalRecycle team. There's somewhere between 800 and 900 of us on any given day, and you don't get an opportunity to see many of our staff, but just want to acknowledge their incredible work and their dedication to the work we do at CalRecycle and to California and most importantly, our communities. So thank you and looking forward to all that we're going to do together in 2025. Okay, so we've got a really packed agenda today, but just wanted to reflect on a really awesome experience that Mindy and I just had. We returned from Busan, South Korea at the end of the month, where we attended the Global Plastic Treaty Negotiations, INC5. And it was just an incredible experience. You know, I feel so lucky to work at CalRecycle and do the work that we're doing in California. I don't that often get the opportunity to zoom out and see the incredible work that's happening globally and also learn from others and share what we're doing here in California. And many are really looking to California as a leader with what we're doing around really all of our programs, but for the purpose of INC5, implementation Senate Bill 54, our plastic packaging and food serviceware EPR program. So it was great to be able to share. It was great to learn. You know, while a treaty wasn't finalized at these negotiations, a lot of progress was made, and we're looking forward to continuing to engage internationally, and hopefully a global treaty will be agreed upon in 2025. So a lot of exciting international momentum on plastics right now, and really looking forward to all that we're going to accomplish together in implementation of our plastic plastic pollution reduction and packaging EPR law. I may have missed a few words there, but that's most of it. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna turn it back to Maria. Thanks all for your engagement and for attending today.
Thanks so much, Zoe. Well, crews are hard at work removing debris following this year's wildfires in California. Disaster Debris Removal Operations Deputy Jen Hogan joins us remotely today with operation updates. Good morning, Jen. Jen, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
Yes, we have to make Jen a host, and then she'll be able to hear us. Just give us 1 second.
Sorry for the delay.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Wonderful. All right. Good morning. Thanks, Maria. CalRecycle contractors continue debris removal operations for the Park, Burrell, Thompson, and Boyles fires. Despite weather, operations have continued whenever and wherever it is safe to do so, and we've seen some significant progress. Environmental assessment and monitoring contractors have visited 86% of the enrolled properties, and homeowners continue to enroll in the government-funded debris program. In addition to site assessments, cultural and biological assessments are ongoing, and asbestos abatement is taking place when necessary before bulk debris removal crews mobilize to any of the sites. As of yesterday, 58 properties have been cleared statewide, which includes 33% of the properties in Kern County. And we look forward to completing final site walks on properties that pass soil testing and getting those returned to the counties and homeowners so they can begin the rebuilding process. So back to you, Maria.
Thanks so much, Jen. Now to the public comments. Do we have any public comments in the room on the director's report or on our disaster debris removal program? It looks like we don't. Do we have any comments online?
Yes, we have currently 2 callers on the line. Last 4 digits, 6607. Would you like to make a comment on the director's report or disaster debris removal? (6607), can you hear us? Okay. Next caller, 64.
Hello?
Oh, yes, hello.
This is Leonard Lang. I'd prefer to wait until later.
Is there a specific item you'd like to comment on?
No.
Okay. 6040, you're next. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Hi, this is Shira with Atrium 916, Creative Innovation Center for Sustainability. Sorry, I'm not there in person. I am a little sick. My note is, can we do these meetings possibly through Zoom, like a hybrid Zoom meeting. It is quite complicated when you're trying to watch the live cast and there's a 30-second delay, and then you're trying to do public comment, and it's just convoluted. And I was just wondering, would it be possible, is it possible to do these like hybrid Zoom meetings? I feel like you might get more engagement. It would be just a lot easier and lower the barrier for some people to provide public comment. Thank you. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Shira. Appreciate the comment and hope you feel better very soon. We have some technological challenges in utilizing other platforms, but we're certainly always looking into options and really want to facilitate as much engagement as we can. So we appreciate the comment and the suggestion, and we'll continue to look for ways to improve. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving forward on the agenda, please call in now if you have comments about the plastic pollution prevention law implementation updates and the pharmaceutical and sharp stewardship updates. And so now we will go to our Division of Circular Economy Deputy Director, Michelle Martin, on the plastic pollution prevention and packaging reform updates. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, everybody. CalRecycle is accepting public comments on the Plastic Pollution Prevention Act regulations. The department published the latest version of the regulations on December 2nd. The deadline to submit comments is midnight tonight. The department is also accepting comments on the draft program environmental impact report. CalRecycle held a public hearing to present information and accept in-person public comments on November 19th. The comment period is still open, and the deadline to get your comments in is this Thursday, December 19th at 5 p.m. You can submit comments for both items through CalRecycle's comment portal. The link is available on the SB 54 webpage. The Packaging Producer Responsibility Advisory Board held a meeting this month on December 13th, and will meet again on January 17th, 2025. Back to you, Maria.
Thanks so much, Michelle. Product Stewardship Program Manager Cynthia Dunn is here now with several pharmaceutical and sharps waste stewardship program updates this month. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning. Okay, just a couple quick updates. The first is the Drug Take-Back Solutions Foundation submitted revised 2023 annual reports for its covered drugs and home-generated sharps waste programs, and this was in response to CalRecycle's disapproval of those reports in June. The statutory deadline for the director's compliance determination is December 26th. The foundation also submitted revised 2025 annual program budgets for its covered drugs and home-generated sharps waste programs, also in response to CalRecycle's disapproval in July. And the revised budgets are currently under review. The statutory deadline for the director's compliance determinations is February 20th. The next update is regarding Med Project. The Med Project notified CalRecycle of proposed changes to its stewardship plan for covered drugs regarding reasonable geographic spread. The change describes a tiered approach for applying reasonable geographic spread based on population in each county. CalRecycle is currently reviewing the significant change and will present the director's determination at a future monthly public meeting. If you have if you would like any more information on these items, you can find links in today's agenda. And to receive pharmaceutical and sharps updates, you can subscribe to our Gov Delivery bulletins. That's all I have. Back to you, Maria.
Thanks so much, Cynthia. Now to public comments. Do we have any public comments on the plastic pollution prevention law implementation updates or the pharmaceutical and sharp stewardship updates in the room?
Okay, Tony Hackett with Californians Against Waste. Wondering, have kind of a two-part question here. First, if the EPS industry has given you any data about the recyclability and recycling rate prior to the January 1st deadline, and also if the department had any sort of programming or resources for regulated entities regarding how to deal with EPS.
Yeah, Tony, thank you for those questions. We anticipate some data will come in. I don't know of any that's come in yet. Looking towards our team. Yeah, we have not received any yet. But we anticipate we may receive something before Jan 1, and we can certainly update at the next monthly public meeting. And your second question was around resource. Can you repeat it? Sorry.
Basically, the department's plan for informing regulated entities, businesses, sort of what the Jan 1 deadline for EPS, if they don't meet that, what they have to do.
Yeah, so we are we're planning based on whatever scenario may be the outcome of the submission of data, and we'll similarly keep you all updated as we see what comes in and we do an analysis of what we receive. Thank you for your questions.
Do we have any calls online?
No callers.
So up next, please call in now if you have comments on upcoming items, which include grants and loans, Beverage Container Recycling Program updates, e-waste recycling program updates, and local assistance updates. Excuse me. Deputy Director Michelle Martin will give the grant award announcements.
So today we are announcing $3.4 million in 23 rubberized pavement grant recipients. Grants are going to public work projects using rubberized asphalt concrete, also known as RAC, hot mix or rubberized chip seal material made from California waste tires. This program has helped keep over 8 million waste tires off of our streets and out of landfills in California. We're also awarding $1.5 million in household hazardous waste grant applications. Grants provide funding to establish or expand household hazardous waste programs with respect to collection, public education, waste reduction, source reduction, reuse, or recycling of household hazardous waste. $408,000 was awarded to 2 applicants for construction projects, and a little over $1 million was awarded to 17 applicants for small project grants. A quick reminder, we're accepting Beverage Container Recycling Loan Program applications. This program provides low-interest loans to build new certified processing facilities. You can email loans@calrecycle.ca.gov for more information. Back to you, Maria.
Thanks so much, Michelle. So new reforms are helping expand California's Beverage Container Recycling Program as part of a bottle bill overhaul. Let's take a quick look at a new pilot project site in Sacramento County, making it easier for consumers to redeem their bottles and cans and other containers now.
This is definitely, I feel like, the future of recycling. Right here, we're all indoor. We're protected from the elements. It's nice, it's clean. The reason why this model works because it has a style of recycling for everybody. For example, we have a bag drop. We have 2 big bulk feed style machines where they dump in their mixed aluminum, plastic, and glass. And then we also have 1 single fed RVM machine. The kids really like using those. You know, they like to shove bottles and cans in there.
Like, this was super easy. You didn't really have to think about anything. But that's the thing. Like, if you can make it easier, it's just going to make it easier for everyone, and you get money back.
It's not a chore for them anymore. It makes it fun, exciting, and it's quick, easy, painless. It just makes sense. It's a game changer. This is definitely, I feel like, the future of recycling. Right here, we're all in.
Sorry, there was a glitch. Beverage Container Recycling Program Deputy Director Amy Cameron joins us now with program updates. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. 2 handling fee methodology workshops were held in November and December. We are currently reviewing all comments received and then moving forward with drafting the regulation language, and a further workshop will be held in January 2025 to continue the process. It is our intent to have these emergency regulations for July 1st, 2025 implementation. Dealer registration is still open. You can find a step-by-step recording of the process on CalRecycle's YouTube channel, and we encourage all dealers, retailers to register as soon as possible. Yesterday, processing fees for beverage manufacturers for 2025 were posted, and also processing payments for recycling centers and other redemption participants for Q1 of 2025 were also posted yesterday. Thank you. Back to you, Maria.
Let's turn now to updates from CalRecycle's Materials Management and Local Assistance Division. Here's Deputy Director Kara Morgan.
Thanks, Maria. Good to see all of you. I'd like to share that to date, over 2.6 billion pounds of electronic waste have been recovered through our electronic waste recycling program. Today, I'd like to invite Martine Boswell to come up and share with you. She's a manager over our e-waste program, and she's going to share with you an update on the payment rates.
Thank you, Kara. The Covered Electronic Waste Recycling Program is intended to pay for the average net cost of collecting and recycling covered electronic waste discarded by Californians. CalRecycle must establish payment rates for both recovery and recycling of covered electronic waste. To assess and potentially adjust these rates, CalRecycle relies in part on annual net cost reports that document revenues and costs from approved collectors and recyclers. A determination at a public meeting is required to activate these net cost reporting requirements. Therefore, we are announcing CalRecycle's determination that net cost reports are required from approved collectors and approved recyclers in the Covered Electronic Waste Recycling Program, covering operations during 2024. Reports are due to CalRecycle on or before March 1st, 2025. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Maria.
Thanks, Martine. I think it's back to Kara.
Thanks. Next, I'd like to invite Marshall Graham up. She's our manager over the Local Assistance and Market Development Branch, and she has a few updates on 5-year review reports from counties. Thanks, Marshall.
Sorry. Rookie move. Thank you, Kara, and good morning. San Mateo and Los Angeles counties both submitted their 5-year review report for their countywide integrated waste management plans. These reports analyze planning documents that could be affected by changes in population, waste capacity, funding, and diversion programs. No changes are needed at this time, and both plans have been approved. And I think that does take us back to you, Maria.
It does. Thank you. Now to public comments. Do we have any public comments on grants and loans, Beverage Container Recycling Program updates, e-waste recycling program updates, or the local assistance updates that we just heard? Any calls or anyone in the room? Doesn't look like it. Do we have any calls?
No calls on the line.
Okay. So looking ahead, please call in now if you have comments on the following upcoming items: co-disposal site cleanup program updates, facility permits, and emergency waivers. And so for our next section, it looks like we will have Waste Permitting Compliance and Mitigation Engineering Branch Chief Wes Minderman to give us updates on our next agenda items. Good morning, Wes.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, everybody. Just two quick informational updates regarding two projects under CalRecycle's solid waste disposal and co-disposal site cleanup program. This program addresses the cleanup of sites where responsible parties are unable or unwilling to perform the cleanup in a timely manner or unidentified. Our first project this morning is a CalRecycled approved remediation for an unpermitted disposal site in Thousand Palms, which is an unincorporated area in Riverside County. CalRecycle is coordinating with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife and the Coachella Valley Conservation Commission to clear up multiple unpermitted disposal sites in this area. The department will manage the cleanup of the largest site to remove solid waste, metal, tires, household hazardous waste, and other items. The estimated cost is just over $46,000. Our second project I want to describe this morning under the program is a $500,000 grant to Yuba County to help reduce the fire threat at a nearly 20-acre unpermitted green waste site in Olivehurst. This project aims to address large piles of green waste and other materials that pose a fire threat. You can find more details and information on these cleanups linked in today's agenda, and that concludes my presentation.
Thanks, Wes. So next we have the solid waste and tire facilities permits and emergency waivers section. Here's a quick overview of California facility standards and a statewide facility permit update from Environmental Program Manager Paulina Lawrence.
Protecting the health of Californians and their land, food, water, and air is a big job. Local, state, and federal agencies play different roles to enforce public health and environmental safety standards. In California, solid waste local enforcement agencies process applications, issue and enforce permits for solid waste facilities. These include landfills, transfer stations, compost facilities, or similar operations. CalRecycle must verify permits are consistent with state requirements. Permits can only address areas within the authority of local enforcement agencies and CalRecycle. Check out the link below for more detailed information. Emergency waivers allow temporary changes to solid waste permit requirements in response to local or state disasters. Local enforcement agencies may approve the waivers, which are good for up to 120 days and may be extended. CalRecycle must review approved waivers and can condition, limit, suspend, or terminate them. Check out the link for more detailed information. For waste tire facilities, CalRecycle processes applications, issues and enforces waste tire permits. These include requirements to make sure tires are stored and processed in a way that reduces potential threats from fire and disease-carrying vectors like mosquitoes. Check out the link for more detailed information.
Those solid waste facility permit action items that were concurred on since last month's monthly meeting. For Riverside County, the department concurred on November 19, 2024, a revised solid waste facilities permit for Coachella Valley Compost. Action was needed November 23, 2024. For Los Angeles County, the department concurred on November 26, 2024, a modified solid waste facilities permit for Azusa Transfer and Material Recovery Facility. Action was needed December 20th, 2024. For San Bernardino County, the department concurred on December 6th, 2024, a new solid waste facilities permit for Cal Portland Oro Grande Cement Plant, EMSW Conversion Facility. Action was needed December 23rd, 2024. In addition to the solid waste facilities permit process, an engineered municipal solid waste conversion facility must meet the requirements for state and federal law. Under Public Resources Code 40131.2, an EMSW facility must meet 8 requirements as per this PRC. These being: waste converted is beneficial or replaces use of fossil fuels. Resulting ash or any other products are not hazardous waste as per DTSC's hazardous waste regulations. Waste conversion maximizes the net caloric value of the burn rate of the waste. The converted waste contains less than 25% moisture and less than 25% non-combustible waste. Waste stored at the facility is not stored any longer than 7 days, and the facility cannot take in more than 500 tons per day. The waste has an energy content equal to or greater than 5,000 BTUs per pound. And lastly, the waste to be converted is mechanically processed at a transfer or processing station to reduce the fraction of chlorinated plastics and materials. Continuing on this month's agenda for Kern County, U.S. Borax Inc. This is a modified solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed February 28, 2025. For Madera County, USA Tire Recycling. This is a new minor waste tire facility permit. Action is needed February 19, 2025. For Monterey County, Madison Lane Material Recycling Center. This is a new minor waste tire facility permit. Action is needed February 26, 2025. For Merced County, Highway 59 Landfill. This is a revised solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed December 24, 2024. For Monterey County, Converted Organics LLC. This is a modified solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed December 29, 2024. For Monterey County, AgroThrive Inc. This is a revised solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed December 28, 2024. For Imperial County, Salton City Solid Waste Site. This is a modified solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed December 31st, 2024. For Santa Clara County, Guadalupe Recycling and Disposal Facility. This is a modified solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed December 30th, 2024. For Los Angeles County, Edco Recycling and Transfer. This is a revised solid waste facilities permit. Action is needed January 14, 2025. Waivers received since the November public meeting for Ventura County for Simi Valley Landfill Recycling Center. On November 22, 2024, the Ventura County Resource Management Agency, local enforcement agency, granted an emergency waiver of the permitted maximum tonnage until March 26, 2025. This is due to the emergency resulting from fires.
And now we have Environmental Program Manager Paulina Lawrence in person to add a couple more updates.
Thank you, Maria. Just a couple updates since the video. For Imperial County, the department concurred on December 13th, 2024, a modified solid waste facilities permit for Salton City Solid Waste Site. Action was needed December 31st, 2024. Also, for Madera County, the department issued on December 16th, 2024, a new minor waste tire facility permit for USA Tire Recycling. Action was needed February 19th, 2025. Back to you, Maria.
Thanks so much, Paulina. So you can find more information on any of today's agenda items. Just go to CalRecycle's homepage and click on the public meeting web banner at the top of our homepage if you're watching this live. If you're watching the recording, you can go halfway down the page and you'll see a link to our meeting page and can find a link to the agenda there. And now it's the time for public comment. So if you have any comments on the last two items, co-disposal site cleanup program updates, or facility permits and emergency waivers, or on any other item on the agenda or another topic, we can take those comments now. We'll start with comments in the room. Do we have any comments from anyone attending in the Byron Share Auditorium today? Looks like no one's moving towards the front. So do we have commenters online?
No new calls.
No new calls, okay. And did Leonard Lang, is he still on the call? Yeah, let's see if he has a comment now.
6607, Leonard. I'm going to ask you to unmute if you'd like to make a comment.
Yes, thank you. And I appreciate this time. I will say I agree with the first caller that being on the phone and watching the video, there's a significant delay, which makes it extremely difficult. But thanks for thinking of me. One of the things I wanted to comment on today was I participated in the emergency regulations workshops recently, And the original statute has permitted emergency regulations for the inception of the program. And the question is, once you adopt these emergency regulations for like the bag drop and the mobile recycling, will you adopt permanent regulations within the standard of 180 days so that the regulated can participate in using the benefits of the Administrative Procedures Act? That's my first question.
Thank you, Leonard. Appreciate your question and appreciate your engagement. I don't have a response for you right now, but we will certainly get back to you on that. But we will be, following the Administrative Procedures Act to make sure that we are adhering with all of OAL's requirements.
Okay. My next comment is that the department, by statutory authority, is going through the process of giving out grants for basically high-cost, low-volume recycling programs. And this is like deja vu all over again for me because it goes back to the beginning of the program when they were funding the reverse vending machines. These systems don't work. They won't work in California, and they're wasting a lot of money in doing it. That's my editorial comment for the month of December. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard, and always appreciate your engagement. But our goal right now is to provide redemption, convenient redemption, to as many Californians as possible. So looking at diversifying our options and investing in a diversity of technology so that Californians are better served throughout the state. So hear your concerns, but hoping that through these investments, we will increase convenience for Californians and in turn increase recycling opportunities. Thank you.
Also. All right, that looks like that's it for our comments. You can find the recording of today's December 2024 monthly public meeting posted on CalRecycle's YouTube channel as soon as possible. Please follow our social media platforms and GovDelivery email lists for updates. Thanks to everyone who participated today in the public meeting. Have a happy new year, and we will see you next month. Thank you.